WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. Hello again, everyone. My name is Stokes Schwartz, and I'm a professor at Michigan State University's Center for Integrative Studies in the Arts and Humanities. Welcome to the Collaborative Cafe, a podcast series about the integration of generative artificial intelligence into undergraduate education. The ideas shared here reflect my ongoing research and thoughts on GenAI's role in college and university classrooms. The series is under production during late spring and summer 2024, by the way. The ongoing impact of the technology on our teaching methods and student interactions mean that the situation is not static. In other words, things will look very different over time, even just 2 or 3 years from now. In the meantime, as GenAI becomes increasingly prevalent in post-secondary education, we instructors must navigate its potential benefits and challenges. While the technology's promise is widely recognized, there are nevertheless valid concerns about preparing students for a world where GenAI is omnipresent, both on and off campus. With that in mind, we'll shift our focus in today's program to a discussion of a few cautionary notes along with potential solutions. Let's quickly introduce 3 prevalent concerns, what I call cautionary notes, about the integration of generative artificial intelligence into college and university classroom activities and coursework. Cautionary note number 1 pertains to student engagement. Now, some maintain that GenAI might intensify the existing challenge of motivating students who are already awash in a sea of personal gadgets of one kind or another. Many students are distracted in classrooms and lecture halls by their laptops, cell phones, and easy Wi-Fi access, for example, which hardly results in or aligns with our definition of engagement. Less conscientious students might be easily tempted to generate a paper or other types of assignments with minimal mental effort using GenAI. The captivating nature of that particular technology and its potential for misuse present a formidable challenge. Cautionary note number 2 relates to academic integrity, a closely related point. The allure of GenAI could lead a small minority of students to misuse it for assignments, inadvertently missing out on opportunities for authentic learning. The ease of content generation with tools like, for example, ChatGPT, perhaps the most well-known AI in spring 2024, coupled with the burden of proof falling on instructors to detect misuse, raises concerns about the time and effort required to uncover any lurking academic dishonesty. The third cautionary note focuses on the ethical use of GenAI and the preservation of the human element in teaching and learning. The challenge lies in achieving course objectives, yet at the same time educating our students about responsible AI use and digital citizenship, while also ensuring accessibility, equity, and inclusion. Despite these concerns, it's crucial to avoid succumbing to doomsday narratives. Contrary to some predictions, the sky isn't falling, at least not quite yet. In our next segment, we'll explore how educators can adapt to GenAI, which, despite its challenges, nevertheless holds significant potential for enhancing teaching and learning. Okay, let's revisit the topic of student engagement for a moment and the potential influence of GenAI. As defined in the book Teaching with AI, quote, "Student engagement is a spectrum of actions inspiring active participation in education, with students showing an invested interest and intrinsic motivation to succeed," end quote. The concern is that GenAI, a comprehensive technology, might compete with traditional teaching methods, potentially undermining student engagement levels, already impacted by the proliferation of digital devices, as mentioned just a moment ago. But generative artificial intelligence also brings benefits to our classrooms. It offers personalized feedback, providing timely guidance tailored to students' needs, especially beneficial in larger classes. GenAI also encourages active learning, prompting critical and creative thinking, and facilitates effective collaboration, fostering knowledge sharing within student teams. These advantages contribute to a more engaging learning experience in a post-secondary environment. The potential for cheating with generative artificial intelligence is another concern shared by many educators, as stated a few moments ago. Yet, as Abigail McKeague highlights in An Educator's Guide to GenAI in the Classroom, GenAI use does not inherently constitute cheating. With proper guidance, awareness, and care, it can be a valuable tool enhancing understanding, stimulating creativity, and promoting deeper topic exploration by students. To prevent misuse, though, it's crucial for instructors to provide clear guidance, establish use and citation policies, and ensure student accountability. To promote responsible use of generative artificial intelligence, instructors should emphasize academic integrity and involve students in establishing course norms and expectations for AI-generated output and attribution of ideas. This approach fosters an environment encouraging ethical technology use in academic work. Instructors can further support students through feedback and hold them accountable for adhering to established norms, the articulation and development of which they contributed to previously. That practice not only promotes responsible GenAI use, but also instills a sense of ownership and responsibility in our students. Through these proactive steps, we instructors can create a nurturing environment that encourages responsible and ethical use of AI in the academic work turned out by our students. In his book, AI in Education, James Robert underscores the necessity of teaching students to use generative artificial intelligence responsibly, a cornerstone of effective digital citizenship. That learning process empowers students to generate and share digital content that adheres to ethical norms, privacy rights, as well as principles of fairness and transparency. It also involves understanding potential AI biases and developing strategies to counteract them, enabling students to produce accurate, inclusive content that does not perpetuate misinformation or harmful stereotypes. Emphasizing the importance of originality and academic integrity, students can use GenAI as a source of inspiration and a supplement to their learning, rather than rely on the technology as a last-minute stopgap measure ahead of a due date. Coached by their professors, lecturers, and perhaps also graduate teaching assistants, the practice of these skills helps students cultivate a culture of critical thought and personal voice in their academic work, at the same time inspiring them to contribute their unique perspectives and insights. It also promotes honesty and respect for intellectual property by teaching students to acknowledge their information sources through careful citation, a hallmark of solid scholarship. Ultimately, responsible GenAI use can foster a digital environment that values respect, responsibility, and ethical technology use, all of which are key components of digital citizenship. By consciously integrating these skills into our courses, college and university instructors equip students for a future where digital technology and artificial intelligence are woven into the fabric of work, life, and society. We have a unique opportunity here to enhance the academic journey of 21st century students and prepare them for responsible digital engagement in their personal and professional lives following graduation. Let's make the most of it. As some of you might recall, I like to include Microsoft Copilot as part of our ongoing conversation about how generative artificial intelligence is influencing and changing what occurs in college and university classrooms. As I developed my notes for today's program, I prompted Copilot with the following question. Where should we exercise caution in how our college students utilize GenAI in their coursework, and how can professors encourage them to do so in a thoughtful, measured way? What follows is a greatly modified, pared-down version of its output in response to that prompt. Quote, generative artificial intelligence brings unique capabilities for content creation. However, its incorporation into higher education classrooms necessitates thoughtful, ethical considerations, mitigation of biases, and cognizance of potential privacy infringements. It is essential for students to comprehend these implications, which include the danger of spreading misinformation or stereotypes. Professors have a pivotal role in facilitating this understanding, highlighting the importance of accuracy, fairness, transparency, and accountability in AI-generated work. The significance of originality and academic integrity cannot be overstated. Students should leverage GenAI as a catalyst for inspiration and enhancement of their comprehension, not as a shortcut to intellectual effort. To foster that aim, professors should instill an understanding of academic integrity from the outset, urging their students to appropriately cite sources of AI-generated content. In promoting ethical usage of generative artificial intelligence, a transparent dialogue between instructors and students, well-defined guidelines, and a dedication to responsible practices are indispensable. Professors can point students in the direction of effective GenAI utilization and assist them in upholding academic integrity and adhering to ethical norms. That includes setting unambiguous expectations, offering continuous feedback, and cultivating an environment that values critical thinking, ethical decision-making, and respect for intellectual property rights. By doing so, college and university instructors can ensure that GenAI becomes a helpful tool that enriches rather than undermines student learning. End quote. WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century. If you find this podcast helpful, be sure to hit like, share, and subscribe. Before we sign off today, let's briefly revisit the key takeaways from our discussion. The incorporation of generative artificial intelligence in higher education classrooms presents numerous advantages for enhancing student engagement. These include tailored feedback, fostering active learning, and encouraging teamwork. Yet at the same time, the potential for academic dishonesty necessitates the establishment of explicit instructor guidelines and accountability measures for students. While GenAI can enrich the teaching and learning processes when used ethically, the onus falls on professors to set clear expectations for use of the technology, encouraging source citation policies, and underscoring the importance of academic integrity. In order for our students to evolve into responsible digital citizens, it is therefore crucial that we guide them in understanding possible inaccuracies and biases in artificial intelligence, while at the same time fostering a spirit of originality and critical thought. That preparation will equip our students for a world where digital technology and AI are already intertwined with various facets of work, life, and society. Barring unexpected circumstances, that trend is likely to continue. Beyond our curriculum, we have a unique opportunity to equip our students with knowledge that is applicable in virtually any life scenario. And that brings us to the conclusion of another program in my series of podcast episodes on the integration of generative artificial intelligence into our work with college and university students. Join me next time when we'll look even more closely into how we can promote academic integrity along with the transparent and ethical use of generative artificial intelligence by our students. Until then, thank you for joining me in the Collaborative Cafe. Have a healthy, safe, and productive week. My name is Stokes Schwartz, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now. You've just heard a podcast from WSTKS-FM Worldwide. Digital collaborative learning for the 21st century.